yesterday, like you said, 25 naira and 35 naira. That means it wasn't thought true. But let me go back to the one I said I listened to the announcement. A few weeks ago, they announced that they're going to do 75 billion, if I'm right, to 75 companies over the next 1 year. They've done 150,000 naira to what they call supposedly small businesses. I will call it, because it was micro businesses and things like that they are going to give 50 million. And then, of course, they've come up with this new one. When I looked at that one, my question is 75 billion to 75 companies. Are these companies in Ikorodu or the ones in just Kaduna or in Inewi? Because for a huge country like Nigeria, you're going to look, if it's looking at manufacturing outfits, you're going to be looking at about 10,000 companies, which for you to make any meaningful impact, you need to take about 1,000 of them and provide them the same 1 billion each, which will be about 1 trillion. If you talk about micro and small businesses, you have about 40 million registered and unregistered in that cluster, and they're your engine of growth. And if you're going to start creating jobs and start turning around things, 50,000 today is approximately $50. So what you need to do is to at least, since there are 40 million, take 10% of them and give them at least 1 million naira each, which is $1,000 as of today, so that you can start meaningfully trying to even create two jobs by making sure that each of them are working. So things have to be done differently, and it must be thought through with proper consultations and economic team that have sat down and analyzed this. It's not just announcing that, oh, we've done this to states, there must be, again, a coordination between the federal.
Is that different from what I told you, that if they want to really invest in a country and the economy that is in the whole on this platform? Is what he said different from what I told you? That have you seen Tinubu come around to say, we are giving this social number of companies so that they can keep their workers, they can pay them well, they can still be running. We're going to give this social companies social amount of money so that to keep them running. Have you seen anything like that? It is just for them to come out and say, small and micro businesses will, they have not consulted anybody, just talk. And that's why you will never see any result, because they didn't plan to really do them. To them, governance is all about the NURTW drivers. They are protesting, so they said they are complaining about bad road, insecurity, extortion, police checkpoint, and all of that. To people like Tinubu, they will just say, who are the leaders of the NURTW? They say, an IMC. Who are? Oh yeah, tell them, invite all of their leaders to my office. So when they come, they will say, yeah, give all of their leaders 1 million naira. I don't want to hear any problem again. Talk to your people, okay? We are doing everything to make sure that the road is better. There is no police checkpoint. There is no kidnappers. But we don't want any protests again. To Tinubu, that is the solution. That's the kind of way they run their own different, their fiefdom that they call the political or garden or so. They don't have any time for critical thinking, researches that actually involves people. No, that's too much. Who get that time? The yalojas are complaining. Things are too hard. Things are too expensive in the market. Go and call me all the leaders of the market women in Nigeria. Give them money. Tell them that I don't want to hear anything about that anymore, okay? Tell your members that they should stop complaining. Government is doing something about it, okay? Or yeah, give them money. That is their own solution. And that's why they will tell you, we are going to give 15 million household 80,000 naira. Because they just sat down there and start talking. How much can we give them? Like, how many people can we say we want to give? Let's say 20 million. 20 million people are going to collect 80,000 naira. Where is the number coming from? Where is the verified registers of those who are going to get the money? Nothing. Are you working on getting those? No, they are not. It's a waste of time. They don't think. They don't have that time. So somebody said, would be like, I say, how much do you think is going to be enough for that project? Okay, if we are talking about 15 million, I think it's going to cost us about 400 billion. That one no do any math, no do any calculation, no consult anybody. Offhand. Say, are you sure? I don't want to hear that if I give you 400 billion now, you are going to say it's not enough. Oh. Okay, sir. Maybe 500 billion, sir. We will try. With 500 billion, we'll do the job, sir. 500 billion. Are you sure? Money they ask you now, okay, I don't want to sound like I don't know how much you have in your pocket, federal government. I don't know, maybe we should just round it up, sir. 1 trillion. Okay, now you are talking. Are you sure 1 trillion? What about 1.2? 1.2 is okay, sir. 1.2 is perfect. Perfect. We'll do the job, sir. 1.2 trillion. That's how they always decide your fate in Nigeria. They don't do any research, just come around and just say nonsense, and then you will be waiting. We are waiting for that policy of government that said they want to give 12 million of us help. Then you'll be waiting. And you go wait until they begin to abuse you, say you are so lazy. You are waiting for government to come and give you money. Look at you. Forgetting the fact that they've already collected the money in your name. They've already shared it. And you are still waiting. Tinubu, I thought you said you are going to give us money. We thought you borrowed 800 billion. Say, shut up your mouth. Go and look for a job. All of them are going to just sit down there. They wait for government to give you money to come and feed you. Sure, you want Tinubu to come and feed you? Tinubu don't take our name, collect 1.2 trillion. Go and collect it from his hand. Don't go look for a job. They wait there for government to come and. That is the life of Nigerians. They will tell them, you are waiting for government, Abi. Go and look for a job, Joe. All of you are going to just say, shout. Now you want government to do everything. But they don't use our name, collect money. Which money? Go and collect it from them now. No, go look for a job. That's how Nigerians got used to them being sort of abused and insulted this way. Is he the first person that will first steal money? You are waiting for government to come and solve your problem. My friend, you better go and look for something again. That's it. Those who stole your money, they will now come back later. They will be talking about God. Almighty God will make sure that everything I am telling you now, I will do it. I want you to believe that God Almighty loves us so much. By the time Almighty God give us this power, I will make sure Almighty God, I will do this. They say, he's a man of God too. I won't weary. Only my ego no problem. But our religionisty. Money me osheni problem. When somebody go, they tell me, say, I don't go understand. I they see something physically. I they tell you, say, this thing, this is blue. You they tell me, say, Baba, na red. I say, you the mad, didn't I say, na blue. You say, no, go and read the Levitical verse 13. Kilo came at Levitical. Why you going this thing na red? Allah you shake with any money blue lele. I can see it is blue. You can't tell me say I no go understand because say I no get spiritual eye. This is my problem. But I religionists in here. Those who actually want to bring religion to politics, you know what I mean? That's why I have problem with them. This whole thing, this thing is not kana. Our knowledge is not kana. Our kana kilo kemi ati gbogbo were. Morole ton lo so mi pe. If I have spiritual eyes, I will see more things. I should calm down. Just shake me for any. Ibite man no problem with religionist in here. However, there's one more part of what Obi dropped there. Okay, I'm coming back. I don't want to use most of that.
Well, let me reiterate my position. And I said, first subsidy is organized crime as it was being practiced even before. If you go and look at my tweet of September 19, 2022, and then read my manifesto, it showed clearly, manifesto about Labour Party, showed clearly the way we would have approached it. First subsidy is organized crime. I've said this repeatedly, and that is going to be removed. I mentioned it during the campaign. I mentioned that what we are consuming is far above what we are supposed to be consuming. And if you listen to Governor Isaiah Gudaya's interview recently, he said that a friend of his who was involved in fuel subsidy gains and everything told him that it is criminal, that he's even tired of making money through that type of crime. It should be removed. Which shows there's a criminality side of it and corruption side of it. Then if you look at, since the subsidy has been removed, our consumption is just about half of what it is, which again shows that what we are consuming. So for me, the approach would have been, and that's what I said, go and read my tweet, is to remove the corruption and criminal side of it, remove the excess demand that is not factual. By doing this, you would have reduced it by 50%. The remaining 50% is what would have been able to, after consultation with various stakeholders, been able to find a way to, in an organized manner, remove, and showing the proceeds of the removal or the gains of the removal to be invested in a critical development areas, education, health, and pulling people out of poverty. People need to see that transparency of transferring from here to here, the gains and everything. And when you do it in an organized manner, with proper palliative that are well structured, thought after, not just haphazardly, you would have been able to see Nigerians go along with you. One of the things we are suffering with this announcement is what I can call announcement effect. You see, policies like these are not what you just announce haphazardly. There are things you thought through and everything. That's what we would have done as Labour Party.
And that's exactly what he also said when he was asked during your campaigns. He said, remove the corruption from the subsidy regime, and then discuss the process of the palliatives, and then, begin to remove that subsidy little by little until, and Nigerians will follow. He said it, and he's still repeating that, by the way. This guy was everywhere talking about what he will do. APC, Egbekegbe, and their minnows, they were telling everybody, spreading the Igbo hate, the Southeast Nigeria hate, the Igbo must leave Yoruba land, the religious hate. They were spreading them as they were spreading tribal hate in the South. They were amplifying religious hate in northern Nigeria, and that's why they said, because of Obi, Christians in northern Nigeria for the first time decided to vote against the position of the jihadists who always remember the middle belt of Nigeria as part of northern Nigeria during elections only. They said Obi woke the slumberness in these people. And because he woke the slumberness in them, Obi has ignited religious war. Obi wanted to start religious war because they, Muslims, have decided to go for Muslim. Anybody going against that is against Islam, and it's just want to cause religious war. Today, you will see all this Olori Bruku APC, Egbekegbe, those who were clapping for the murderers, the thugs, the Agbero. They were burning Igbo shops in Lagos, attacking and killing Igbos in Lagos, telling them to leave Lagos for Tinubu. Today, those who are clapping for them that time, they are joining others to say, now Peter Obi started religious politics. And some of you probably believe them, just like this Olori Buruku Agbalagba. They call him John Clark, Abi Pepe Clark, Abi no Konse Pepe Clark. One Ashiri Agbalagba like that. At the age of 90, he is also repeating that same thing. That those who brought Muslim tickets, those who attacked Igbos because of election, those who told Igbos to leave Yoruba land because of election, all of a sudden, now that same young obedient who cut across all tribes and ethnic and religion in Nigeria, all these Olori Buruku, older Ashiri, men and women, like this one where we say, you know them bimisha. You don't know how annoying it is to see old people, elderly people, to begin to gaslight young people by lying. It's so heartbreaking and sad. Ashiri man,
Trump in 2020 was repeating himself in Nigeria in 2023. All the Pentecostal Christians, both blacks and white, predicted that Trump was going to win the election. He too got it into his mind that God had ordained him to win an election. When he discovered that things were going wrong or not according to what God has spoken to some people, he started confusion. Went nearly breaking down the citadel of American democracy. But he's suffering from it today. The same thing now happened in Nigeria this year. And I am not ashamed to see it. The consortium of CAN in the north, the consortium of the Catholic, the consortium of certain people from a particular area ganged together and brought a candidate on us, as Wale Soyinka was speaking in South Africa last week, with Bajwe. You know what the Yorubas call Bajwe? They came to us and badgered us. And we were nearly, Nigerian Pentecostal now started like the American Pentecostal. God said this. God said that. God said Tinubu will die. God said this one. And God, and nothing to stop them. So today, till this morning, they still carry out. Because I opened your channel this morning because you had invited me.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
He's an Ashiri old man. Did you see the narrative he took there? He said the Christian Association of Nigeria, they brought a candidate on them. He said the Christian Association actually brought Peter Obi. Is that true? De beru long once in a while. De beru bitema kusi, bitema sosi. Like you should fear the place where when you die, they go bury you. If you need to see the kind of horrible people that you've never imagined exist, go to Nigeria. And they have no shame about it. You all saw how this issue of Obi and the obedient came to be. You saw the whole drive. And suddenly, it now became the Christian Association of Nigeria that brought Obi, an old man, 90 years old man. He is called Clark. So that is what they do. Somebody said they have activated him, just the same way they activated Soyinka, activated other useless old men and women like that. Okay? To gaslight young people. Tell them that what they tried or what they wanted to achieve is always impossible. They were misled. Oh, all of you young people, you didn't know? They deceive you, nee. They use Obi to deceive you, nee. You better stop believing or listening to them. They are using you. You better embrace this drug baron. You better take everything and let it go. all of your anger and frustration that led to your own political movement, which Peter Obi is just a beneficiary of. Obi is not the only person who benefited from this. But they wanted you to believe that everything you achieved, all of the sacrifices you paid, when they attacked you physically, when they killed some of you, all this like this, all of these unfortunate people, old criminals like that, they want to keep repeating and making it look like you were misled, you were fooled, and making you believe that you have no idea of what you did or what you wanted. It is deliberate. It is intentional. And it's also very good to remind all of you that you did great. You did great. You did what nobody saw coming. You shook the establishment. And that is why today, even though they didn't prepare for this, today they are battling with legitimacy all over the place. Begging people to accept them. Begging people to take them as who they said they are. Because people know who they are, not what they say they are. So when you see all these unfortunate older people, when they try to gaslight you, when they try to make you think that some people misled you, that you wanted a country, a working country, that is a mirage, you will never get it, that all your dream of a better country, better Nigeria, proper electoral process, they said you were deceived, and they want you to believe that. They want you to believe that your effort and everything you did was through they misled you. Don't believe that. You did great. And like many others who have been waiting for the day to take back our own pound of flesh as well, we will meet together to finish them off. Don't back down. Obedient. Do not back down. Go harder. Go tougher. Go berserk. Go berserk. That is do anyhow. What is the worst that can happen? Jail you, kill you, make you poor. Have they not done that already? Is that not what they are doing that you are fighting against already? People like Mark, unfortunate people, unfortunate old men, like Confessor Soyinka himself, in this matter. So today, Diezani Alison Madukwe appeared in London Crown Court. She was arrested in 2015 upon arrival in the UK. And she has been, she is currently on trial for violating the Money Laundering Act of the United Kingdom. Okay? Which means she is could be bound to actually go to jail in this country. But primarily, Diezani is being wanted. She's wanted from Nigeria because they say she looted and collected bribe, also collected kickback from those who she helped through contract to loot Nigeria petroleum industry into the tune of billions of dollars. So for violating the UK money laundering law, anti-terrorism law, and all of that stuff, by bringing money, illicit money to the UK, buying properties and all that, she is standing trial here, and her trial started today. Okay, she has been granted a bail of £70,000 put on a curfew that every 6 p.m. she must be in her home, a place that she will be known to be there. She can do other things every day, but whenever it's 6 p.m., she must be at home. It is called judicial curfew, and she can't leave the UK. While that was going on, there is also a news that EFCC in Nigeria have secured the extradition order for her, meaning they will be presenting same to the UK courts. That whatever UK has with Diezani, once they are done, Nigeria would like to have her. So today, men who went to the same courts, at least, to see her for the first time in a long time, had a few of the clips there to send in. Sagbola, nobody is watching right now, by the way. He was there. He was at the court today. Koiki was also there. In fact, Koiki was actually doing a job of more or less like a job of a real journalist. You know, journalists that will be following you, asking questions. Answer this. What do you have to say? Say this and all of that stuff. Not just following her and you know what I mean. I'm coming. When they arrived,
It's a public place, we can film where we want.
yeah, she come. The woman with the toxic cancer that time. And she was going to die in 2016. Dele Momodu. Uncle D. I mean, Bob D. But like every time I remember that thing, I always feel like Bob D ma crumble ni. Dele Momodu go crumble. He did a very good PR job for Diezani. They painted her head. You know, this is more or less like pretty much like a mockery to those who really are suffering cancer. Some said, but she could have recovered now from the cancer. I said, well, you didn't see the interview that Dele Momodu did for her. They dressed her like she was already at stage 4. She will soon die. They did makeup for Diezani. Makeup. Are you with me? They shaved her head. They did makeup to make it look, she was like that. For those who remember that time. The intention was that stop haunting this woman. Stop attacking her. Stop talking about her. At least have some humanity in you. Come on. Let the Lord take his course, but stop dragging her. Look at Diezani now. I mean, some people are just like, I know that Shemisha. I saw Diezani. I know Diezani de Shemisha. Very beautiful woman, oh. Very beautiful woman. Like, Diezani was one of those top, you know what I mean? She can't be the Minister of Petroleum, the first and only Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria. Because since this democracy started, though, Nigeria presidents, after becoming president, they always appoint themselves as the Minister of Petroleum. They know they share that proceed of corrupt oil industry. They don't want share up. They don't want me to do them behind them. Jonathan made this woman the Minister of Petroleum, the first of his kind in Nigeria. But what is the end story? She says she's a target of some powerful people who believe that Jonathan made a mistake for making her minister. And that was why people are coming after her. But what about all these people that are being chased and arrested with money? What about the properties that they took from you? Where did you get money to buy those? They were not my properties. Or I bought them with my money. Or I bought this when I was working at this and that. She wasn't a poor woman, no. Don't get me wrong, go. Sure you get, she wasn't a poor woman, but majority of them are also always greedy. However, she ran away from Nigeria, came to the UK. Then people were saying, oh, you need to bring her back, you need to bring her back. Bob D, there was the UK, oh, there was she film, Nisha. Bob D, if you are watching me, Emma crumble, yo. I mean, uncle. If you haven't seen that video or if you haven't seen that picture, you need to go back and watch it. Diezani spoke in a way that people need, that all these things you are doing, you are going to kill me. You are putting me under depression. I'm going through chemo. See, I don't get here for head. See my skin. You know me now. You know I was a very beautiful woman. See, I didn't steal any money from Nigeria. And it was so perfect that I will tell you this. Majority of those who wanted her head at the time, with the APC propaganda that was still so strong at the time, they started feeling somehow like, oh, in fact, may God forgive us, Jari. This life serve na vanity. This life serve na vanity. See Diezani. When I saw Diezani, I cry. I can't believe I cry. So it worked. Everybody stopped talking. Here you get. Until today. And immediately, Koiki saw her leaving the courts. Koiki pursued her. Koiki Media, by the way, owns the credit to this video.
So that is Diezani there, as you can see. She has perfected her bail condition, and now she's heading out. All the Nigerians can see Koiki Media, Star Radio UK, as we bring you the live feed for the very first time of Alice in Madueke. She must, I'm sure many Nigerians will be excited to see her right now. That is the face of Alice in Madueke, the former oil minister in Nigeria under Jonathan. Once again, this is the Star Radio UK, the finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. She has actually perfected the £70,000 bill, and she's not going to be traveling anytime soon, according to the information. So you've been in UK for the last 8 years. So can you tell us why we've not seen or heard from you for the last 8 years? Once again, she's still right here with us. And once again,
my friend. Everybody has done.
what has that got to do with you? Don't ask me any question about it's okay.
Is it this guy? Is that him? Oh, yeah.
What I need is okay. Can you say Kwaluo? What if I'm a journalist in the UK? You think this is Nigeria? Nigeria is nonsense. So that's her there, and this is Koiki Media, and that is Alison. Just went into that vehicle. We'll be meeting her again on the 30th when she returns back to the court. My name is Olami Koiki, reporting for Star Radio UK.
Anybody will know Koiki very well. You know, go no say Koiki get shoko. And that was a very, very superb sort of a coverage. Koiki, I owe you one bottle of wine. I don't get money. If I get big money, I suppose that's like a £1 million worth of material there. But if you want to see more, guys, Koiki is a known guy to all of you, to many of you, right? Please take a time. Go on to Koiki Media's YouTube channel. You will see a lot of what happened in that court today. But that particular one, that one sweet my belly. I mean, sorry, sweet my belly so much that I couldn't resist. I had to share it. Okay, go on YouTube and search for Koiki Media. All right, and you will see a lot that happened in that court today, and many things like that, especially from here in the UK. On that note, I am going to draw the curtain. It doesn't matter. Curtain, which means that I am thinking of taking course. So I'm going to take a course. Okay, and if you are still here with me, we're almost 4,000 again on YouTube, and only 1,000 of you have actually chosen to pay your offering. You need to like that broadcast to show that you are here. All right. And I will be so grateful when you do that. Okay. Now pick up the phone and you can call in to add your own voice, your own contribution before we call it a night. I'll be back in a minute or two. want to release document too. The first thing that first came out is that it has been confirmed that Tinubu's certificate is fake now. From the pictures I have started seeing, don't fly around. Tomorrow is going to be Omatik Gonlola. I may end up having to do 2 programs tomorrow. One in the afternoon, which is going to be morning in America. Another one in the evening, which is going to be afternoon in America. Also, this week it go long. I'll show you this one. They say in 1979. In 1979, the type of certificate that Chicago State University actually gave to their students is so different from what Tinubu presented. And in that regard, Baba, if you come like say more can launch and see, you know what I'm actually even thinking, right? I'm feeling like maybe I should just take my time. Let's call it a night, okay? Because I believe that it's going to be a long night to peruse all of those information, so that when I come back here tomorrow, we can have a better long one, and we begin to see all this discovery. I feel like I am being left out right now. Here you get, people are already sharing everything everywhere, so I won't go take my own time and do that. So I'm so sorry that I'm going to say thank you. I'm sorry, very sorry to everyone that thank you so much for joining me tonight. Take your time and like the broadcast. Still help me share it, okay? And meet me here tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do right now before you leave, okay? Set your notification. The one, you will see a bell at the side of my page on YouTube. Click on that bell. It simply means every time I drop anything, una go the receiver right there. Agent law, won't feel like we won't miss out. You know, I'm sorry, Jare, my callers, that will be us tonight. And good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ayé sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú
Máyégún máa wí.
ayé sọ́ra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì
Máyégún ti dé.
ayé ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.